Another very common fallacy is appeal to authority. This is basically status over reasoning. An appeal to authority fallacy happens when an idea is treated as correct because of who said it, rather than because of the reasoning behind it. So you'll hear things like, the CEO said so, a consultant recommended it. That's what leadership wants. That's just policy. Authority can be relevant. Experience and expertise absolutely matters, but authority alone is not an argument. When authority replaces explanation, thinking quietly stops. In meetings, someone raises a question about a decision and hears, well, this came straight from the top, or that's what the consultant advised. Notice what happens next. The conversation usually ends here, not because the idea was solid, but because the hierarchy closed it. In leadership settings, it often sounds like, we don't need to debate this. Leadership already decided. That framing discourages analysis and encourages compliance. And over time, it creates teams that execute without understanding, which is risky in any complex organization. Appeal to authority also shows up in relationships, although it looks a little bit different. One partner might say, my parents did it this way, or that's how I was raised, or this is what a good partner is supposed to do. Or everyone says this is normal. In those moments, authority isn't coming from a title here. It's coming from tradition, upbringing, or social expectations. And while those influences matter, they don't automatically make something right for this relationship. So here's the important distinction. Respecting authority does not mean turning off your thinking. A professional, grounded response doesn't sound defiant or dismissive. It sounds curious. It may sound something like, I respect that. Can we walk through the reasoning behind it? Or you could say, what assumptions were considered when that recommendation was made? Or another great response would be, how does this align with our goals and constraints? You're not challenging the person, you're engaging with the idea. And that distinction really matters here. When conversations rely too heavily on authority, they become hierarchical instead of analytical, and people stop contributing insight. Questions feel risky, decisions get accepted rather than understood. But when curiosity is welcomed, something changes. People think more critically, they apply judgment, and they take ownership. Appeal to authority fallacies often survive because they're mistaken for respect. But real respect includes thoughtful engagement, not blind agreement. Authority can inform decisions, it just shouldn't replace reasoning. And curiosity is what keeps conversations intelligent instead of obedient. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. When conversations stop being about ideas and start being about people, clarity disappears. The moment you separate who is speaking from what is being said, defensiveness drops and real understanding becomes possible. So if this was helpful, this video is part of a full series on persuasive communication, where I break down how influence actually works in leadership, business, healthcare, and everyday conversations. And if this is the kind of skill that you want to keep building, make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, if you have any comments or ideas on some other topics of communication, persuasion, leadership, I'm happy to help and create more videos. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll see you in the next video.